Recorda, Walter Starkachtin. I hope you enjoyed on Pucker Bulla. He's a feisty little goat. Okay, so we're here. There's lots of people saying hi already. So Emma, Rebecca, Conasatatu, Walter Stark, Catherine Nicara, Tasulagum Gultu Gama, Mike, a member with Bite Size Irish, and Shin Joseph Michael Heather. Who else? I might miss some names, but Amy, Tiffany, Elizabeth, Jennifer, Caroline, Stefan, Conasatatu, Stefan, and Stephen, Burfin, Josephetta, Deirdre, Ted, Antia, Conasatatu. I'll stop there. Valtistach, thanks for sharing this time with me. I wanted to take a message from Martha Beck. Martha is an author, and she helps us ask the question, can you feel or can you imagine the space between your ears? And I'm going to adapt that question a little bit today and start a little differently. In a song, can you feel the space between the lines? Can you feel the space when nobody is singing between the verses? Can you feel the space between a song, after a song? So let's not get too tied up in songs and difficulties and stuff like that. It's that space. So I'm really looking forward to this. I'm lately living really a life of synchronicity. Catherine, you have a bowron, I know that. So I have my bowron with me, and I'm no good at bowron. Like it's goat skin, traditional Irish drum. You play it like it's sitting on your lap, and you just. And I love it. And I was walking in Ennistown. I grew up in Ennis in County Clare. But I was walking there about like a month, maybe 2 months ago now. And I went around the corner and I saw this bowron in a window. And I thought the bowron was just like a nice display item for like a really cool like merchandising. But I realized it was a secondhand shop and it was for sale. Now, I had to convince myself to turn back and have a look. I asked if I could have a look. I didn't know how to hold a bowron or anything. And, you know, they were very kind. They let me try out the bowron. So I bought it. I had to convince myself to buy it too. But it was that like sense of connection. It was like, it's a moon. It's a galach. It's galachy. The galach. So what I did was I painted my galach, my moon. So I started painting the bowron. And then from that, the megalithic spiral came out of it. I wasn't planning that, but that kind of added itself to the painting. Really like synchronistic type of way to connect with music. And for me, I think Irish music, not just song, but music, there's a soul connection there. There's something really close to the heart. And there's a generosity there, because when we can share a song with others, it's that by itself, it's a gift to others around us. So it's not about this idea of like, you know, performance. So I had great fun. I did those stop motion animations on Pucker Bulla. I started with had these like props and they were like fighting each other, and I drew the Droichead, the bridge as well. So that was lovely. So Fáilte Isteach, everyone. Feel free to ask questions in the comments. Megan, I see that your granddad came from Ennis. Oh, that's lovely. Inish Cún then Clár. So, and Sandra Conastatu, nice to see you here. If I don't get to your question, because there's loads of comments coming in, just maybe ask again. But I do want to address a couple of like questions early on, like, what if you don't speak Irish and you want to sing in the Irish language? And I want to tell you about a course that we're launching here live, Sing in Irish. So if you don't speak Irish, so Ian McGilchrist, He's an author who has written The Master and His Emissary is one of his books. And he talks how the world around us is like overly dominated by the left brain, that logical left brain, that reasoning left brain. And there's no space for like imagination or thought or like soul connection. That's right brain. So, of course, some of us have a connection with that, but overall, the structure of our society is very lean towards the left brain. So, left brain, you could see language learning as like a left-brained type of activity, right? Like you set out goals and you set out to study and you set out to absorb information and then use that hopefully in a more intuitive way later on. I have a feeling, it's just a hypothesis, what do I know? I have a feeling that learning song, music as well, but song in this case, is more of a right-brained activity. There's a bit of like creative self-expression type of thing with song. So it lets you connect to the emotions of the song. It's a storytelling. You're sharing, maybe even sacrificing part of yourself. That's going a bit far, especially maybe if you're at a big competition or something. I saw that happen at an Oireachtas down in Killarney a couple of weeks ago. But normally it's really about generous sharing, right? So it's learning to sing a song is actually a very interesting way to get into the Irish language without speaking the language yet. Here's my sneaky way, because I have a feeling that if you get deeply involved in the context of songs, start to understand the song, like the cultural context, the historical context, geographical context, and start picking apart the lines and start like sitting with the song, I have a feeling you'll make such a deep connection. Now, I wasn't planning on saying this, but last night I had the pleasure of attending a talk by Manachan Mangan. You might know him. He's quite a prolific author, actually, but he really makes this connection between the land, the Irish land, and our old connection with the land, and that kind of that felt sense that maybe we're like awakening to a bit more. So it's again, that's like that right-brained awakening, expansion of consciousness. It's absolutely amazing. I came away from that talk in Ennis last night going, I was taking notes. I got Manachan to sign my book, my copy of the book. It was really lovely. What if you feel like you're not a singer? Okay, people here might have opinions too, and please do share in the comments. I have a strong opinion about this, that, okay, there's a whole industry of people who sing beautifully. Like it's their career, it's their offering to the world around them. It's their just beautiful singing, and when we hear them, we just tune in, right? So that's not to take away from that. But traditional Irish song, it's a community thing. It's like you sit down by the fire and share a song with your friends and neighbors. You share a song with the people you're out in the pub with, maybe. It's not about like a performative thing. Now, of course, there's like nerves and, you know, we don't want to maybe expose ourselves that way. But it's not this thing that I said in one of the intro videos this week. There's not like 3 judges with X buttons in front of you, right? So it's not that you're a singer or not a singer. You can really connect with a song. What I wanted to say about Manachan was he's advocating spending time in the ancient places. So we've got like plenty of Neolithic sites across Ireland, which store like a knowledge that we maybe lost some connection to, an understanding of the world. And he was recommending in his talk yesterday to go and spend time in those places. And to hop on what Manachan was saying, I would say, go and spend time with songs. It's not about like dominating a song or mastering a song. What if you sat with the song and felt what the song was trying to say and then giving energy to the song? I think that's coming from a generous point. And the question of if it's too hard, yeah, like I agree with you. Like if you say that, if you feel that, like how could you ever learn the words of a song in Irish of all languages? Like how could you learn that? It's true, but like I would ask you, can you learn one word or at least one line? Can you learn the chorus that repeats over and over again and maybe is the most fun bit? Maybe it's the most energetic bit of the song, depends on the song. And what if you had that cultural and historical kind of context and understanding of the song? And what if you could dive into the pronunciation of the song bit by bit, line by line? So it can be hard. Yeah, it can be hard. Yeah, for sure. But like you can have fun and soul connection too. So I want to tell you about our launch offer today. I don't want to take too much of your time and then we can go to questions as well. But I do want to show you, it's a 5-minute video where you can see for the first time inside the course. Will we try that? Let's give it.
Cara,
I'm doing my best to share my
sneak
screen
of Singing Irish, the course. So I've got the course open now. What you have access to at the beginning is 4 traditional songs in the Irish language. But don't worry if this feels too overwhelming, because I'll show you how we've broken down these songs and to give you the cultural context. So you can see when you get into the course, we've got 4 songs, and the names of the songs are Oro Shidvahawala, Bajin Elemi, and Pucker Bulla, and Oro Mavajin. Let's jump into On Pucker Bulla. It's a feisty song. It's got loads of energy. It's about an angry goat. And you'll immediately see that we've our exclusive Bite Size Irish audio buttons with clear audio recordings, translations, and even a phonetic pronunciation guide if you can't catch the sounds of certain words or phrases. Now we've broken down the song, so we've got about the song. It's really important for us that you have the cultural context of the song. So myself and Neil, we have a conversation describing and explaining the cultural and geographical and historical backgrounds of the different songs and what's special about each song. After that, once you understand where the song sits in Irish culture, you can start to jump into specific verses and the chorus. Where do you want to start? It really depends, but take it slowly and you can learn line by line and verse by verse. What if you were able to sing the first verse and the chorus? Fantastic. Then you can add other verses. We've had really good fun designing this course for you. Emma has done a fantastic job adding really good imagery here. So again, we've got the buttons, we've got explainer videos for how to sing. First of all, you hear the song, then we break down the translation of each of the lines. Once you've got a sense of the translation, further on in the video, we slowly go through the pronunciation line by line. So you can listen back as many times as you want and repeat with us. And then you get a chance to sing the song with us as well. In the pronunciation guide below, away from the video, you've got each line of the song broken down with our clear audio recordings, translations, and phonetic guides. Now, if you're interested in learning a bit more Irish language, because I think learning songs in Irish is a fantastic gateway to get into the language, to really connect with the language. So we've broken down special grammar focus and vocabulary focus. These are explainer videos that Neil has recorded, and he summarizes special points of interest in terms of the language. And he's added some really cool quizzes and interactive features. Not just the quizzes, but you can ask questions on the pages and get help from the fluent team at Bite Size Irish. So you've done all that gone into vocab, dialect focus. It depends on the song, and you get to sing the song with us through video form again. So you can do this, you can practice in your own time. You've got lyrics, you've got printable lyrics, printable paper size lyrics, but we also have a PDF size so you for your phone, so you can sing anywhere, maybe in the pub, who knows. And after that, we don't restrict ourselves to only our version. So we list YouTube videos of the specific and special recordings or renditions of the song that you're interested in. You'll also get to mark your progress as you go through the course. So you keep track of how far you've gone, which song you want to spend time with, which song you've spent time with before. So what I suggest when you get into the course after purchasing, have a browse through the 4 different songs and just pick out the song that really kind of resonates with you for whatever reason. The feisty energy, the revolutionary energy, the soft lullaby energy. It depends on which song you want. And then spend time with that song. Give that song space and don't have too much expectation on your shoulders. This is really a place for having fun and connecting with the cultural context of the song. And then by understanding the context of the song and understanding the translation of the song, and after spending time working through the pronunciation of specific lines in the song, then you'll be able to practice and ultimately confidently share this song with others from a point of generosity. It's not about performance. It's not about good or bad. It's about having these songs in a place in your heart where you can share with others generously. Thanks for watching. All right, and with lots of nice questions coming in as well. But here it is. It's launched. It's launched. And the Black Friday offer is, here's the thing, right? We've developed 4 songs so far for this course. We want to double that to 8 songs. Takes a lot of work, recording the videos, doing the good research for you good people. So what we're doing is launching this weekend with a Black Friday special. It's €57, $57. Now, if you're a member of Bite Size Irish, ask me and I'll tell you how to get even a further discount for our existing members. But this is a standalone course. So this introductory offer price will not be repeated. It's until midnight Sunday. And when somebody says midnight Sunday, I'm like, are you talking like 12:00 at the morning of Sunday, or like 12:00 at the end? No, it's like during the night, Irish time, between Sunday and Monday, when it's midnight in Ireland, the offer stops. It'll automatically stop. So the introductory price will be rising, or if I spoke English, I could tell you the correct word. The price will be going up. Maybe I should say that. But you'll lock in the songs that we'll add in the future, and you'll have lifetime access. It's a one-time payment. You're covered by our 30-day money-back guarantee that we've always had at Bite Size Irish, and we've been teaching online since 2010. Like, I'm old. I'll be answering questions. Go to, this is a handy link, www.sing.irish. And that's a shortcut. Alternatively, you can go to our website, Bite Size Irish, and there's a link there on the homepage now. It'll bring you to the same page, so don't worry. But you follow the page to sign up for Sing in Irish. Okay, I'm going to add that in the comment as well. And I know that there's plenty of questions as well. So I'm sharing that link now too. Sing.irish. So there was a few questions coming in. I should share that comment to YouTube as well. That's the trouble with these live things, isn't it? You have to like listen to me think. I'm sorry.
So if I can go back to the questions, I can actually highlight questions. So Emma, you had a very good question up. So you asked, I wonder if we'll be able to get individual help with someone who listens to you when you sing and give you feedback on the pronunciation. Emma, thanks for the question. So you're not alone when you sign up for Sing in Irish. There's text questions that you can send our Fluent team and you'll get a response from us. So you're not alone. And there's also interactive bits. I didn't show it, but we're prompting people to build a community inside. So on certain pages of these lesson pages, you can leave a reply in under the page and reply to others who have replied previously. I wonder, was that kind of a synchronicity kind of thing? It was like my exploding water bottle. Really weird. So Emma, we do have good experience in running Zoom calls for our members, for our Grow members especially. We have a weekly call where we do conversation practice following scripts, and it's called Bite Size BO. And we have something similar every month for our Explore members with more starter scripts. Now, I'll take this feedback on board and see, maybe we could do like a one-off call like that. It's not something planned, so I can't make a promise around that. But Emma, thanks so much for your question and your feedback. Let's see, there were more questions. There was more questions. I should imagine the space between the questions. Just own the space between the questions. Okay. Is there a PDF? Elizabeth, you asked the question before it came up in the demo. So yes, there's printable PDFs and there's pub-sized PDFs that you can open up on your phone. And we can like update those with like any notes or feedback we get over time. So just to say, as we go along, we're here as like in a like experimentation mode. So it's not like, hey, here's the course, okay, let's move on. No, we're looking to innovate and improve this course as we can with the information and expertise that we have access to. We don't have access to all resources, infinite resources, but yeah, it's a small team, but we really do try our best to help people. There are more questions though about PDFs, but Artiv said learning phonetic pronunciation of song line by line really works for me. Yeah, that's our experience of breaking it down, taking your time, trying to like investigate a word. You can even, definitely copy a word and paste it into the online resources that are free for the Irish language, like folklore.ie, changlin.ie. You can contact us for links if you don't have those links. But to kind of engage with the words in that way. I did that with Puck or Buile because there was some vocabulary I just didn't understand from day-to-day Irish. And it turns out there's like, I think 3 cases where the song is describing the lush growth in bogs in Ireland. So the goat is like running across the bog, getting caught up in the tussocks in the radiog, or rileogach. Like there's different forms of the word you can even investigate. So really interesting. Like, so yeah, understanding the context of a song. Oro Shidavahawanya is another one in the course. Really interesting. Like Pádraig Mac Piarish, Irish revolutionary, wrote that song. I think he wrote it to existing melody. But he wrote that song and he's like evoking this revolutionary anti-colonial imagery from more than 100 years ago. So you can really appreciate the context that song comes from and why this imagery is being sung about. So it's not like, I don't want you to just like mindlessly just recite a song. It's much more about connecting with the song, understanding the song's context and maybe weight or the fun in it, the wild energy, like in on Pucker Bulla. It's just a mad song, like it's a mad song. So there's a couple of questions about PDFs and music. So very interesting. The answer here is no. We don't have notes for the music, but these are traditional songs. You will find like tabs or notes or maybe sheet music online, but we can't kind of, I'm saying this, maybe we can't accommodate the different instruments, you know. But having said that, like I would appreciate myself at least a simple guide for the Fadog Stan, the tin whistle, and what note am I starting on? What's the next note? Like that would be interesting, wouldn't it? So we're definitely open to feedback from customers and seeing what we can do. What can we pull together? How can we focus our energy and help? And ask the question, are we at Bite Size Irish the best people to do that? Or maybe we're the best people to be able to collect those resources, link them inside the course. And so we've got like recommended resources like that. I'd appreciate some feedback there for anyone who does sign up today using the special discount at www.sing.irish. And if you have other questions, you can throw them at me now. I'm really glad that we did the live launch together here. So let's see what else. I'm singing to myself here. So Myron, do we pick the songs? Do you have them already picked out? We have the 4 launched, right? Of course, with video recordings, with audio recordings and buttons, language help around those songs, indeed animations. We have like, let's say, a short list for the next songs to develop after we get customer feedback. So we're definitely open to suggestions there. So after you sign up using the discount this week, you know, check out and spend time with the songs that are there, and you can get in touch with us. I want to mention right now that if you sign up this week, so this is not a standing offer. If you sign up this week, tomorrow, Saturday, at 7 p.m. Irish time, so we'll have to convert that into different time zones, but 7 p.m. tomorrow, Saturday, we have a special Zoom call with Emano. Emano is a singer, songwriter, multidisciplinary, like performance artist. Emano's really interesting. She grew up in Kerry, and I attended a workshop by Emano during summer in Wicklow and found it absolutely fascinating. And at the same time, I had been engaging with traditional Irish songs and recording my own versions of songs, especially Ben Fodgin. I was connecting with that song a lot. So we got to know each other a bit, and Emano's going to join us on a special bonus call for Singing Irish customers only. It's at 7 p.m. tomorrow, Saturday, so 7 p.m. Irish time. So when you sign up for Singing Irish, there's a Zoom link to register for that call, and Emano will share with us her love of traditional and sean-nós singing, which she has studied and she performs professionally. And she'll talk about how she sees Irish song as being an intricate part of Irish culture. And we're going to have a live Q&A. It'll be like a smaller group, so we'll be able to have more personal interaction. And she's offered to finish the session with the rendition or the sharing of a song as well. So if you sign up before tomorrow, Saturday, you'll be able to register and attend live. If you don't get to sign up before 7 p.m. tomorrow, Saturday, well, we'll be sharing a recording after the weekend. But after this week, that won't be any longer. It'll be no longer available. It's a bonus only for people who sign up for this Black Friday offer. Whew, so much information, but thanks everyone for sticking with it. And so many people are joining as well. It's just beautiful sharing this with everybody. Okay, Gerard District to Kesh fui an bhfuil fáríocht éagsúil a bhfuil canúntia nó cade. So Gerard asked about regional pronunciation and dialects. This is a really interesting question. So it depends on the song. Like certain songs are very like regionally specific, and An Pucker Buile is a good example of that. An Pucker Buile was written in the 1940s and became like basically a pop sensation in the 1960s, and it has Munster Irish. So it's got a local dialect with local types of like phrases, and not just phrases, but grammar. Like he says huis instead of huig me. So what we did is we have a specific lesson focusing in on the dialect issues or dialect like points of interest for that song, right? And Neil, I haven't mentioned Neil yet. Neil is our content developer at Bite Size Irish. He's an award-winning writer in Irish. He won an award this year at An Oireachtas, where I attended as well a couple of weeks ago. And Neil grew up in Tyrone. And so he's got Ulster Irish. And he kind of pokes fun at my Munster Irish a little bit. So, for example, Baudine Elmy, which he gives the course. So we share between me and Neil. It depends on the song. I've taught 2 in this course in Singing Irish, and Neil has taught 2. So you get to like have a bit of like difference and variability, right? But Neil wanted to teach Baudine Elmy in how it's pronounced in Ulster Irish, because it's a specific song to do with Tory and Gola, is it, off the coast of Donegal. So it's local Ulster Irish. So this is really nice to like get a flavor of different dialects, different accents, and like letting the songs guide us in that. Okay, let's see. I don't know, is there anything? Sean, you asked about pub size with a larger font. You know how difficult it is to fit a line of a song. Like some of these songs are quite long, you know, the lines. So as they are right now, the font is as big as possible to get the line not to wrap, you know, so the line stays on one line. Maybe there's a case for like making the font way bigger and featuring those lines, like break them up over 2 lines. After you sign up, let me know what you think. You can download the PDFs in the Sing the Full Song page of each of the songs. And I spoke about this in one of the videos this week. Personal tip: print out your lyrics and have a physical book where you're keeping your lyrics. Like have lyrics in front of you. I know we've got screens and all this, but like if you can open a book, have a place in your home where you can just build up your store of songs. What if you start with 1? Yeah, fantastic. Let's see. Okay, folklore sounded bad. Folklore. It's just folklore. Huh? Yeah. I used to always tease my teachers like that. It's just folklore. So Stefan asked about Munster and Kaidan Ifigul. Like I said, it was like it depends on the song, but we're there. You can ask questions in any song page. You can send a message within the course. We get an email and we reply. You get the reply. So some people dropping off. Yeah, geez, lads, you've held on quite a good long time. Like Catherine said that you like listening and learning by ear. Yeah, it depends on the person, doesn't it, Catherine? But and Peter Mullen gave the link to thesession.org. Now, I'm reading comments. Some are on our live stream off YouTube. Some people are commenting directly on YouTube. Some people are commenting directly on the live stream. So if you were wondering why I'm talking about people who aren't there, I'm not making them up. No, they're on the list. Other people will back me up. And those people, I'll just have to read them out and just kind of convince you that they're there. Does that make sense? Tanya asks, what's the basis of Irish songs? What's the basis of your question, Tanya? Well, some songs are folklore songs where there's no like one true version of the song, and it's been handed down, you know, through the generations. Other songs have been penned by specific people and have been published, like Oro She the Vahawanya with Pádraig Mac Piarish. So it depends. Like a real traditional song has just been handed down generation to generation. So don't forget, sing.irish is where you can sign up, sing.irish. And if you can't type that into your device, you can just search Bite Size Irish homepage, and there's a link to the sign up offer. It's only this weekend, the sign up offer. After that, the price goes up. Let's see. Anything more? Are there plans to add more songs? Yes, we plan to add 4 more songs, and the promise is we'll do that by St. Patrick's Day. So March. We'll add them by March. So Cara, lots of people saying goodbye. So thanks for having spent time in this live launch. Really fantastic. Stefan, Durtu, what course is needed for the further discount? I've been thinking of making a further investment. Stefan, if you want to do it this way, you can do it this way if you want. If you're interested, we've got Bite Size Irish membership, and they're for people who are interested in learning the culture and language together. So we've got Foundations membership, which introduces the Irish language, but through like cultural, like a tour around Ireland is one of the mini courses. There's a mini course on pronunciation crash course. So you're getting into the language, but not too deeply yet. And then there's Explore membership, where you have access to all the language courses that we have. We've got full courses. One is called Too Smart. It's called A Good Start. And others like the Ashter reference pack. Ashter means journey, and that's the name of our learning platform. So Stefan, Beidrig will Simgot. Maybe you're interested. You could sign up for membership, get on to Ashter, and there's a link to Sing in Irish, and there's a members link there. If you click on Sing in Irish there, you can buy Sing in Irish for a little extra discount. If you want to do that, we won't complain. Give it a go. We've got hundreds of members, so you'll be joining plenty of other people. You won't be alone. Seems like a bargain to me. Well, thank you. It's all relative, isn't it? I'm lucky enough to be able to do this as my job. I feel so privileged to be like, who else can buy a Bowron in Ennis and use that for their like job career? Like, yeah, okay, musicians, yeah, okay, but like, who else can like do like stop motion animation and call that their job? I mean, it's just amazing. Like, I feel so privileged, very, very, very lucky. I don't think I'll get through all the questions, but let's see. Emma asked, Emma, you're full of the good questions. Gramina Mahagot. There must be something in the Swedish water. How long will you have access to the recordings? Lifetime. So the access does not expire. Once you purchase this access with Bite Size Irish, you'll always have access to Sing in Irish. And what's the start date of the course itself? When should you start practicing? So I have kind of the feeling that we need to focus people's attention on specific songs, Emma. So once you sign up today, you can access all 4 songs today and pick the one that really resonates with you. But let's talk about it. I appreciate your feedback as a customer. Like, so when you're in there, leave your feedback, because that's not your first question about bringing people together. So what if there was more of a focus too, and we added another layer where we'd like focus on a specific song, maybe a song a month, like a focus like that? I wonder what you think. And Pixie said, what a lovely bonus with Emano. Yeah, it's going to be an amazing call. Always good chats with Emano. Really interesting. She's really tuned in and she sings from the heart. She's connected, you know, heart-wise, soul-wise to Irish traditional song. And you can find her work, you know, on Spotify, YouTube. So yeah, great. Caroline, I'm in Limerick tomorrow for a concert. It's a shame. Well, Caroline, I'm going to a concert tonight in Limerick. Mick Flannery. Really looking forward to it. And I'm going to the Villagers next week. Oh, really looking forward to that. So let's see. I might be skipping. And Pixie tugan póg do gachtainine. Tá sin go hánin gur míle magat Pixie agus ceann areis. Tá an grá just in ngachat in yov. Love is everywhere. So that's really lovely. It's like learning song from that generous point. So let's see, is there anything else? I'm skipping, I'm going really quickly here. How do I get a link for tomorrow's Zoom? Yes. So you already signed up for the standalone course. Wow, that was fast, Elizabeth. So you went to sing.irish and you signed up for the course, Singing Irish. Wow. Or maybe you went to our homepage, maybe you did a Google search for Bites as Irish and you clicked to the singing course discount. That's only available this weekend. So well done, Elizabeth. You got the lifetime access and introductory one-time discount. This discount will not be repeated. I promise you that. I've already signed up for the standalone course. How do I get a link for tomorrow's Zoom? Elizabeth, it's timed so as not to overwhelm you. In 1 hour, you'll get an email with the link to register for the Zoom call, or go straight to Singing Irish and you'll see the Zoom link call there on the homepage of the course. Yeah. Antia Coniston Yermont, Asurugum Gultuguma. I'd love to find a Christmas song in the course. Okay, there isn't a Christmas song, but there's a bit of trivia. And yeah, I'm just thinking, should I break this kind of nice little secret? Okay, so one of the songs in the course is Oro Mawajin, and Neil teaches Oro Mawajin, a beautiful type of lullaby song. Now, do you know Krista Berg's A Spaceman Came Traveling? A Christmas song? The melody from Oro Mawajin is used as the melody in A Spaceman Came Traveling. So there you go. So we do mention Christmas. So we have a mention of Christmas. I hope that's enough, Antia, right now. But yeah, there are some beautiful traditional songs like Ihe Kiwan, Silent Night. Yeah, like there's possibilities, Antia. There's possibilities for sure. So let's see, any other questions? Do you teach cultures from various areas of Ireland and Northern Ireland, or a certain area? Oh, that's a really interesting question. So for Singing Irish specifically, we treat the song and we look at its like geographical context and we talk about that. We have a conversation recorded and you can watch that conversation. And like I said, there's like grammatical points. And you asked, do you teach different cultures? I mean, It's really interesting. There's a number of people. We've got a free challenge, the 1 week challenge on Bite Size Irish. And I asked people to introduce themselves and say where they're from. There's a number of people who live in Northern Ireland, and they share a context I don't directly have. Like this week we were talking about like segregated schools, segregated on religions. So that's a context I don't have. But Neil, our content developer, grew up within the 6 counties, so he has that context. So do we teach cultures of various areas of Ireland? We try more, I think, to teach you everyday Irish. So do we zoom in? Well, we've got Ben as well, who grew up around Dingle, or on the Dingle Peninsula, and Emma, who grew up near the Ring Gaeltacht over in Waterford. So we have this maybe implicit understanding of our different regional cultures. I grew up in Ennis in County Clare along the west coast. So as a team, we have this like deep understanding of regional variations. So we're aware of that, and the content we develop is informed by that. So I mentioned too smart earlier. Yeah, that's it. It's a shannuckle, a phrase. Too smart, lian hibra. A good start is half the work. Is there a way to link up people here in the States who are relatively close geographically? Really interesting. What I would suggest in Sing in Irish is to interact with others on the song pages. Do not put your home address and your telephone number. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying maybe you can find what we call those uncommon commonalities between you and others. Now, if you ever sign up as an Explore or Grow member at Bite Size Irish, we've got Bite Size Pubble, which means community. It's called Bite Size Pubble, and that's where people connect on the language learning journey. And you find these uncommon commonalities with people, for example, people in Germany, or people with specific interests or careers and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, these things kind of pop up. Let's see, is there any other questions I can answer before we finish up? Do you cover any folk songs? I mean, they wrote some and they covered some, didn't they? Like Christy Moore is certainly a songwriter as well as a singer of a traditional song. Like, let's be clear, copyright. We're not covering copyrighted songs. We're covering traditional songs that have been mainly like shared through community, through the school system. A lot of people would be familiar with at least some of these songs through the Irish school system. So Desmond, that's the answer on that. Emma, you bought the course. Wow, that was fast. You went to www.sing.irish and you signed up for the Sing in Irish course. Emma, I'm looking forward to seeing you on the Zoom call with the Mano. Now I'll barely be able to afford food in December. At least have some like Christmas cake or something like that. If you like it, like a little spirit, a little alcohol, and what else? Yeah, like a mince pie or something, or something like that you have access to. Forget the kind of normal food. You don't need to buy like broccoli and stuff. You're fine. You'll be okay. And we're just finishing up here. Michael said, I appreciate the videos you've done about the regional specific words, like the words unique to Dingle. Yeah, it's really interesting. And the Pucker Bulla, it takes you on a tour. Here's one bit of trivia on Pucker Bulla that I didn't know. So it talks about Ballian Roastig, and the translation you see online is Rochestown. So I know there's a Rochestown like around Cork City. But I was doing research to ask, like, where is this place? So there's a few Ballinrostigs, like it's the town of the Rosta. It's like it's a Norman name, isn't it? Yeah, those Normans and those Vikings. What can you do? So there's one place called Ballinrostig. It's not Rochestown, but it's anglicized as Ballinrostig, right? Ballinrostig, Ballinrostig. And if you go there with Google Maps, you quickly realize that there's a pub called An Pucker Buile. So it is the place. It must be. It must be the Ballinrostig that's referred to in this song that was written in the 1940s. So it takes you on like a geographical tour. It's really, really interesting when you like dive into these songs and the meanings and the context. Acharda, we've come to the end. Two little props to show you. So we've got Oro Mawadin focus, how to focus on focus. It's the little currach. The currach is the leather boat, that the traditional leather boat for fishing. And they'd go out on the Atlantic in these leather boats. And it's a really old thing because the word currach comes from like Proto-Celtic, according to Wikipedia, comes from Proto-Celtic, a leather boat, which it is. It's like a tarred leather boat. So a very old style of boat used for fishing, typically not nowadays. So that was, really interesting. That's one prop. And we'll end with a bit of Bowron as well, will we? Yeah, really fun. Acharda, Gurmina Mahagwif, Vishe Allen Laurt Liviniov, a Gurmagwif as Elmachahav Luminov, Vohig me an Gra, Tadini Chachtestach Hanafin Sigursa Tasha Gohanan Ekal Gwil, customary Hanafin, Istig Sigursa, August Sulagum Gemekshevik Chacht Lech Le Amano Morach. So it's really nice to see people are signing up already. Absolutely amazing. If you haven't signed up, please sign up. Is that enough? Please. Happy holidays and everything to everybody. Yeah, Gurmina Magavukarda, I actually had a blast. I really enjoyed this. We should do more of this, shouldn't we? Of me talking to myself to a screen. I'm looking forward to seeing everybody on the Zoom call for customers only with Amano, and that's 7 p.m. tomorrow, Saturday. Slán Acharda. Slán.